All right, this is our Sunday evening team fireside virtual chat that we have here with the group that Rebecca and I are privileged to be a part of. And my good friend Bart Kotter is on with us tonight from Australia. Bart's like a brother from a different mother to me. But Bart, I wanted to bring you on just for a few minutes here. We don't have a long time to chat, but you have a huge team, global team, and you've been involved for a few weeks now in a concentrated push with your team, and it's not, it's your
Mm.
team. Not everybody's involved in that, but it's a 90-day push. And I just thought I've been reading and following some of the training and the teaching that you're sharing with your group, and I wanted everybody just to get a little bit of a benefit of just some of the some of the pointers that you would offer if somebody does want to make a concentrated push for whatever period of time it is. Some people can't set aside 90 days. But whatever portion of time that someone's willing to roll up their sleeves and hit it at a pace that they may not be able to consistently maintain forever, but for a concentrated period of time, you can kind of clear the decks and do anything. But kudos to you, by the way, for just the team that you've got. But just some of the things that you would offer, um, and you have offered to your team as they prepare for this push. So this is Bart Cotter, Ambassador Diamond from Agnes Waters. Is that right? Agnes Water, plural or plurals? Waters.
Just water, just
Just water.
singular.
Agnes Water up in Queensland, which is the big state on the east side of Australia. Probably Bart's climate would be sort of like Miami, that kind of a sort of a lush, almost tropical kind of a climate. But he lives in a piece of paradise here. So welcome, Bart.
Thank you. Yeah, we're on the south end of the Great Barrier Reef, and it's perfect. We got 4 acres of a little piece of paradise, 7 minutes from some of the most beautiful beaches, and we have the perfect number of traffic lights. Zero.
And big kangaroos once in a while on your property.
Oh, we got kangaroos in the yard, and it literally sounds like a bird sanctuary. I mean, I've never seen so many birds that just wake up and just feel absolutely blessed and grateful every single day. And by the way, Ed, our team is your team. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you and introducing us, and that's the beauty of this whole thing.
Yeah.
So kudos to you too, because it's all goes to collectively working this together. So, yeah, definitely want to share some thoughts. First of all, we, I like what you said, Ed, about a focused, concentrated push or effort with your business. I can tell you without a doubt that network marketing loves speed. So when you can work your business in bursts of energy, bursts of all-out massive action, that's when things really go. So and you can do that, so you can do that when you start your business or restart your business. You can do that with multiple times. And I'll just mention, years ago, I went to one of Eric Worre's seminars. Eric Worre has been the top trainer in our industry. He teaches and trains. I was at a six-figure summit. So in other words, to qualify, you had to be earning six figures a year to even participate. I think there were 450 people in the room, and there were quite a number of people that were earning $1 million, over $1 million a year, and some of that multiple millions. So very successful people. He had asked a question. He said, "How many of you at some point in your business had an all-out massive action, blitz with putting in new people in your business?" And it could be a 30-day blitz, it could be a 90-day blitz, but he asked that question, and how many people do you think raised their hand? Every
Probably.
single person, without a doubt, every single person raised their hand. And he said, and how many people have done that multiple times in your career, in your profession? Of course, the people that were earning the multi-millions had done it numerous times. So it's a little bit like thinking if you're gonna take, anyone that says, "I'm gonna build my business right, slow and steady," that's the death of your business. So this focused, concentrated effort is really good when you can make a push, and then it's a little bit like if you're flying a plane. The last thing, if you're going to be, taking a plane somewhere, you don't want the pilot just hitting the throttle halfway and just coasting around the runway. You want him to hit the throttle to get altitude and get up. And so people love. Momentum creates excitement, it creates interest, and it creates enthusiasm. So just hearing what Dave was talking about, this, Dave, I know you're a massive promoter. You're really good at promotions. So I would just encourage you right now that we are sitting at a very, very good place in time to take advantage of the gold rush. Really is. It's a fun play on words, but it really is. I mean, in Australia, we literally sold out. People were getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning because that's when we could first order the product based on the time zone difference. So it's a 3:01. The day kicked over and we were able to start placing orders. I know people had lists of people ready to place orders, and and this is the kind of product that you can absolutely stock up on too. Just like Mike Beverly was talking about, you can't have too much of this product. You always want to have it on hand. You want to have it to be able to use, to sell, to share, to demonstrate. And I would make sure that you're armed and dangerous all the time. Make sure that you've got that with you. Have it in your car, have it in your pocket, and just let this product go to work. And so definitely a massive action push is the way to go. So what I would a couple things, and if you don't mind if I just ramble here for a little bit, Ed.
Yeah, go for it, man. Go.
Okay. I'll so I think one of the most important things is to with this gold rush, and when you're setting a goal, I would really set a goal for at least a 30-day blitz to really create the momentum. And we've got one more week with the launch bundles, and it's definitely not a bad idea to have those stocked up. You're making an investment in your business. It's the best price that you're ever going to get. You'll have tubes and sample tubes that you can get using. Um, and yeah, I don't really look at that as stocking up, on product that's just going to sit on a shelf unless you don't talk about it. You need to obviously open your mouth and talk to people. But it's great to hear the stories of your own personal results. But what we want to do is really to create those stories with our people and our prospects. Some people are going to get incredible results, like miraculous results straight away. Other people, it might take them a little while. But we've got something like I've never seen before. Ed, we've been in the health and wellness industry for many, many years, and although we've been involved with some pretty amazing products, this is I've never seen anything like this. We really have a home run with this product. Um, uh, Michael, I love what you said about don't forget about the rest of the products. But here's the thing: in the past, I think this is a real gateway product to where someone can really start, they can get quick results, and and I think it's important when they see, feel, and experience the results of the Redox Gold, why wouldn't you want to have that in your whole body? But no longer do people need to have a 60 or 90-day trial or evaluation. They can actually see that the product works straight away, and it's the same technology, for the Renew 28 for the skin, for the ASEA for what we drink. And so I think that's going to change the game. In fact, I honestly believe that if you open your mind to the possibilities, and if you take appropriate action, that we have just made it 10, ASEA has just made it 10 times easier to build your business, 10 times quicker. But you need to have that mindset as well of what we've got and where we're going with this. So I would so the thing I would encourage people to do right now is to make a list. I'd pull out yeah, you probably have a list. You probably in the beginning made a capture list. Maybe you have an ongoing living list. Hopefully you have a living list of people that you talk with, people that are your prospects. But I would sit down and I'd get real clear about your list of who you can talk to. And what I'm also talking about is anybody that's been in your business. Maybe you've got people that are inactive. Maybe you've got people that have dropped out. This is the perfect opportunity. They actually got involved and saw a vision with ASEA for some reason. Most people love the culture and love the people. This is an opportunity to reactivate those people. So, we've got the bundles. I think that this is the perfect time to really, get on it. Make a list. Think of all the people that you can talk with about this that really needs to know about this. Um, Also, Dave, Ed, you probably posted this in your WhatsApp group, but Dr. Silverman put together a kind of a survey, and a fun way to really just create conversations is to just say, "Hey, I'm doing a survey for my business on a new product and new technology that we've got. Hey, could I ask you a couple questions? Find out where they hurt. Always make sure that you measure it from 1 to 10 and then apply it. And I think you'll be surprised to see the results. And if you had a goal of contacting, putting the product on 10 new people a day, I mean, geez, you could go just about anywhere and just say, hey, I'm doing a survey. It's just a fun way of starting a conversation. You can collect their information, follow up with that. But but all business starts by creating conversations. So how can you create more conversations with this product? And the survey idea is a brilliant way to do that. I think it's a great way. So um, so that would definitely be one place that I would certainly um, mention to get going.
Bart, you had a call with your team, and one of somebody, I forget who it was, compiled a list of takeaways, like 50 takeaways from that call, and I was fortunate enough to see that, and I've copied that list of nuggets from that call, posted it in our WhatsApp group with along with the recording to the call. And so I just want to let people know, if you really want to glean some of the gold from that long conversation and that phone call. It's posted in our WhatsApp group, and a lot of good content there. As I was looking through that, it was just rich with good advice, good pointers.
Yeah. Maybe I could just mention a couple of those pointers real quick.
Please.
Um, so the topic of that call was high performance habits, how to work smarter and not harder. And so the thing that there's I think we've all heard of the 80/20 rule. So you could take any sales organization, whether it's a SIA or any other organization, you're going to find it's Pareto's principle. Essentially, it's you can find that 20% of the salespeople in any sales organization will make 80% of the sales, or an 80% of the income will, get 80% of the rewards and the benefits. And and so you can apply that with other things too. For example, if you look in your clothes closet, I'll bet you're going to find that 20% of the clothes you wear 80% of the time. And a lot of the other stuff just kind of sits there. So it applies to lots of different things. So when you're working with your prospects, I think it's really part of working smarter and not harder is to prioritize where your best activity is. And um, so when we look at that, what are the who where can you get the best results? So the 20% of your activity is going to give you 80% of the best results. And so I think quite often we tend to do the easy things first. Maybe the things that are not going to give us the 80% of the results. Maybe the scary things that's reaching out to your chicken list. Someone that you just keep putting off and, oh, I'll follow up with them later, whatever the case might be. Do the hard stuff first. Really make your list and say, okay, where am I going to get the best result for my time? Who are the people that are going to have the most influence that I really need to be talking with? So when you make that, so I want you to think, for example, number one, talking with new people. And when you're making your list, you know who the people that tend to be successful at one thing will be successful at other things. People that are switched on. I love the Aussie term switched on. Some people just have a little more fire in their eyes, a little more their lights are on a little bit more. Those are the people you want to talk to. We call them the red apples. So identify your people and then make your list big and then go back and say, okay, who are my best prospects that I'm gonna go talk to. Then the other thing that is absolutely vital is follow up. Follow up with your interested people. If you talk with people and you're not following up, you're wasting your time. If you're gonna take the Redox Gold and apply it to somebody and just give them a card, for example, you're wasting your time. Don't wait for people to call you. You need to schedule a follow up, get some information in their hands, that sort of a thing. Um, so you need to. The other thing is make sure that you're plugging into personal development, audible books or those kind of things. Just to give you an idea, Mal Sword picked me up in Brisbane a while ago at an event, and playing in his car was the CD that was the CD or the Audible from Jim Rohn on building your network marketing business. I'm sure he's listened to it 400 times, but there it was playing again. And it's just second nature to him. So if you put garbage in, you're going to get garbage out. You need to make sure that you're putting positive things in, and you can fit that in the nooks and crannies of your day. It doesn't have to take up your day. That can be when you're driving or when you're doing the dishes or whatever. You can just be making sure that you're feeding your mind full of positive stuff. And then the other thing is that the other way of prioritizing your time is helping your new people to get started. And the easiest way to do that is to just ask them, look, if this was a vehicle that really could create anything for you, your family, what would you ultimately want out of it to see a business? Help people to think and dream bigger. Those I think are some of the main things. And I love what one of the things we talked about was Mel Robbins. She wrote the book, The 5 Second Rule. And I think I was on a call last night. Rebecca and Tice, they just went diamond too, but she went and got the book. And I said, how many pages are in this book? I think it was 280 or something like that. And I said, I can sum up that book in just almost one sentence. When you need to do something or when something pops in your mind and you start to make the excuses, and we all do it, we all start thinking, oh, I'll do that one later. You just find the reasons, the excuses. Just say no. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and do it. I want you to be in tune to the, be in tune to the inspiration that is coming your way. When someone pops in your head, when you think of something that needs to be done or someone you need to follow up with, do it. Do it straight away. Because I think that some of that is inspiration that's coming to you. You want to be in tune to the spirit. And if for some reason you can't, then make a note that you're going to somewhere where you're going to do it, a reminder with like an alarm or something on it when you're going to do it, so that you don't let those things pass you by and that you're using your time most effectively. So those would be really good. Another thing we talked about is if you can make sure that you start your day with gratitude and just really have the mindset. And before each and every call, just think, how can ASEA be a blessing to the people that I'm talking with? And when you take the focus off of yourself and you're thinking, what, when you're creating rapport with people and you're talking with people, they'll let you know. It may not be for them. It might be their brother, their sister, their cousin, their uncle, their aunt, that is dealing with a challenge or a crisis. It might be, it might be that they absolutely abhor their job. Maybe it's that they really want to be part of a community. They want to do something more. So if you're really thinking about their needs, all of a sudden what's going to happen is it's going to take the focus off of you're taking the focus off of you, and it takes the fear out of talking with people, following up with people, because you really have the focus on them. So that's a really good way. After each call, just think, what went really well? I want to do more of that. If something didn't go so well, learn from it. Um, and I think that those are absolutely vital things that you can do. Um, so when it comes to setting your goals, I can summarize them in 6 really important key things. And do we okay to just run through that real quick, Ed?
Real quick, then I'm going to wrap it up with an assignment.
Okay. Make it when you really have a clear goal, just make it a 100% intention. The second thing is all out massive action. All you can do is all you can do, but all you can do is enough. So just burn the candle at both ends, have a focused, concentrated effort with a clear goal so you know where you're going. Realize that your focus is not to just move product, it's to build a team. The fourth thing is never use the word try. Don't try to do anything, just make the decision to do it. The word try is debilitating. Realize that the fifth thing is that there's always a test. Whenever you're trying to do something good, of value, seems like the devil wants to get in your way. So just realize that there's a test, and your leadership skills will be will be honed through those trials, those tests. And last but not least, never quit. There's magic that happens, and quite often we see that magic happen right up until the last minute of the last day of the month. So those are important things.
Yeah, that's great stuff. Great stuff, Bart. I'm going to give everybody an assignment. Bart mentioned just a few moments ago, he talked about when you're making your list, there might be somebody on your list that you would call, it's kind of your chicken list, somebody that you're just a little intimidated by, you're a little chicken to pick up the phone and call them because of who they are, their reputation, their success, their esteem, who you think they are. You don't know what's going on behind the scenes though, but anyway, they can be intimidating. And so your assignment is this week. You got a week left here to get the bundles. This week, make it your goal to call at least 3 people on your chicken list. 3 of those people that you might be intimidated to call otherwise, just gut it out, pick up the phone, or however we say pick up the phone, tap the right, whatever. Just make the call to the people who you think are the most intimidating, because oftentimes those are the kind of people who recognize opportunity quicker. They often are more connected. They have more of a network. They can leverage your word of mouth better than somebody else. They often have the resources to buy product and to move forward. And here's the question for you. And some of you already know this, but if you're new listening, what's the worst thing they can say? What's the worst thing that they can say? And I know some of you right now are answering that question and you're saying, well, the worst thing they can say is no. And I'm going to tell you that if that was your answer, you flunked the quiz. Because the worst thing that they can say, the worst thing you want to hear them say is, gee, why didn't you call me last week? I just signed up with somebody else. And you don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear that. I mean, I guess you could be happy for them, but I've had that happen before, so you don't want to hear that. So pick up the phone this week, make the call to at least 3 people that are on your chicken list, implement some of what you've heard here from Bart. We're going to get this recording out to you as well, so you can re-listen to this. But Bart, thank you for stepping in. It's Monday morning where you are. Thank you for sharing your wisdom and your insight. And we're just excited to be involved in the gold rush with you on opposite ends of the globe. So
Yeah, let's have fun with it. Let's go
absolutely.
for it.
All right. I stopped the